Well, the unrelenting heat and humidity in Singapore will certainly be daunting for pro golfers taking part in this weekend's LIV Golf tournament. But on-course commentator Su-Ann Heng should be able to handle it. The former Singaporean player is now making waves in the world of international sports broadcasting. CNA's Paul Sung caught up with her.
Welcome to Hang Time.
Su-Ann first picked up a golf club at the age of 9 and quickly climbed the ranks to become Singapore's top golfer. Her professional journey took her from the 2005 SEA Games to turning professional in 2011 before she retired in 2015. Fast forward to today, she's now a prominent member of the broadcast team for LIV Golf, a pioneering tour that's reshaping the sport. She's in some ways an ambassador for Singapore on the global stage, sharing her deep knowledge and passion with an international audience.
Okay, Su-Ann, taking you back to your playing days, what is it about golf that interests you?
Wow, I think when we started out as a family, and something about it, I just fell in love with it. I couldn't explain, till today I can't explain it, but I think at the time I was already playing so much team sport in school, and I think when I was introduced to golf, that sense of serenity, the sense of being by yourself and just being with your own thoughts, I think at the time already appealed to me.
Well, you aspired to play in the LPGA, being one of the best golfers. That didn't happen, unfortunately. You went through disappointment and frustration. How do you go through that?
You know, as every professional athlete, I think you go through sort of some mental challenges as a player. And I think it was just kind of getting to the point where it was really taking a toll on me, and I really wasn't enjoying it. I think that's the main thing for me, and that was the most difficult thing to admit to myself. It was a difficult moment, and I think a lot of support, a lot of friends, my family, talking to people, it really kind of helped me get through those times. It certainly wasn't easy. I think so much of my life, my identity was tied to playing.
Now today you're the on-course commentator for LIV Golf. How does that feel, and how would you describe that transition from playing golf to broadcasting and being a commentator for golf?
It certainly has gone full circle for me. I think, you know, I've always wanted, as you mentioned, to play on the LPGA, to play at the highest level in the world. That was my dream for the longest time. And so now, you know, fast forward, I'm now able to still be a part of the sport. I'm still able to be a part of the sport at the highest competitive level. I am able to be around it. I still get that same adrenaline rush. And I certainly feel very, very lucky to still be a part of the sport and to be able to talk about a sport that I'm so passionate about and I love so much.
Well, it's been reported here in Singapore that golf is perceived as a very affluent sport. What do you think can change in order to make it more accessible to more people?
I always say this to people, it has to start from the root, right? So it starts in your house, the parents, the culture. You know, sport is growing in our culture, and I think it certainly is becoming more part of our lives, but also making the sport accessible, which I understand is so hard here because scarcity of land is, you know, something that we do. It's part of our challenge being in a small country. So yeah, I think making the sport more accessible, making it more appealing to young people, an event like LIV it does exactly that.
Well, you travel quite a bit throughout the year. How do you balance your family and your career?
I'll admit, I think the hardest thing about my job is being away from my son who's turning 4. So it is difficult, but at the same time, I told myself when I took this job that I wanted to chase my career. It is important to me, and I think having a career that I love makes me a better person, right? And having that sense of fulfillment and purpose is certainly something that will make you feel good about yourself and in turn make me a better parent.
Well, now you're certainly a role model for many aspiring golfers, girls especially. What's your advice for them?
You have to work hard. You do. You have to work hard and learn. Be coachable, take advice, as much advice as you can, and just be a sponge. Soak it all in, learn as much as you can, and have fun. Really, just gotta have fun. Whatever you do, you gotta have fun.
LIV Golf's Singapore chapter begins today, ends Sunday. Paul Sung, CNA, Singapore.